the way the course has been designed and organised, inshallah ta'ala, is that it looks to take people who have basic reading and writing in Arabic to a level where they become comfortable and fluent in the Arabic language if the effort is put in.
So the course is taught over 3 years. In the first year, we'll just start off just general conversation, basic conversation, and we do it in an enjoyable setting where you have a classroom where students are learning and they're practicing and they're talking to each other and the teacher's just engaging them, but in a fun, enjoyable manner. Without any focus whatsoever upon rules, just having people absorb the language, immerse themselves in the language, so that in a short period of time, they're able to engage with the language of the Quran.
And for hundreds of years, Arabic has always been the language of teaching and of knowledge and of learning. So until you know Arabic, you're really depriving yourself of who you can study with and what you can study and how you study. You become very dependent on English.
I wanted to get closer to the source of Islam and to continue my journey towards the path of knowledge. I think this is very important to, if you can, to get rid of the translator, because it makes the chain shorter, and the shorter the chain, the better, between Rasulullah ﷺ and the scholars. So basically, the greater objective is to understand the Quran. But even if I know Arabic, I won't be able to understand the Quran because I need the work of the scholars. So this was my attempt, understand the scholars in order to understand the Quran.
عندما لا تعمل فلا شيء.
لا تدرس ولا تعمل. لا تدرس.
لا تدرس لا تعمل.
نعم صحيح.
نعم. فالصحيح المهم المراجعة، وهذا جيد جدا.
يتوقع بمعنى ماذا ظننت أول السنة ما عرفت شيئا عن العربية، ماذا توقعت من هذه السنة؟ وآخر السنة نهاية السنة كيف تشعر؟
توقعت ربما هذه الدورة صعبا لي، لأن أنا
وهي صعبة. نعم.
نعم حقيقة صعبة.
أنا عالم باللغة.
لا أنا بعيد من عالم. أنا بعيد لكن الآن الحمد لله أنا سأفهم، أنا أفهم قليل من اللغة وأتكلم مع زوجتي وهكذا.
But alhamdulillah, 3 years later, I've realised that the best thing to do with something like this is to start it straight away and you throw yourself into it. Inshallah, if you have good intentions, things will work out, and you realise that you're happy that you started it early because it equips you with tools to be able to do really cool things like attend lectures in Arabic, further learn Arabic yourself, and just be able to speak Arabic.
يعني ليس فقط بالنسبة للغة، وأيضا أنا السلوك وأنا الخبرة منكم في حياتكم.
And I think what we've all found with this course is it's taken us out of that comfort zone of writing things down and memorising and regurgitating, because you're put on the spot. You're like, I've just never done this before, or I've had to talk in front of a group of people on the spot in a different language. It makes you think a lot quicker.
And that's when I started to realise like the beauty of the course was that you just forget that you're learning Arabic sometimes, and you forget that you're speaking Arabic, and it becomes an ingrained passive thing.
There must be some differences of opinion about this, but it is actually learning the conversational Arabic, starting with spoken Arabic, made me appreciate even more the grammar. And now with the Macro Madrasa, where I also study, I enjoy even more the Arabic, the grammar.
We've all made a lot of progress in Arabic very quickly, and I think that surprised most of us how much we've learnt and how much we can say and do now, how much vocabulary we've learnt through talking and through having conversations and through just the dialogue. I mean, basically our Arabic soared in a way that it wouldn't have done if we'd have just been sitting and writing and memorising through books.
Because it's not an exaggeration to say that when you're able to speak and understand something of Arabic, it's like a whole new world opens up in front of you. Because you've heard teachers speaking in English, you've heard classes, and some of them are truly amazing, inspiring. But when you can engage directly with the sources, the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ directly, then it just gives you a completely different experience.
In the 6 years we've seen, alhamdulillah, that some students have come in to learn the language because they wish to go abroad and live abroad in an Arab country. And people have come in for that. Others have come in terms of their own studies, personal Islamic studies, that they wish to continue in an Arab environment or an Arab country after they finish the course. And alhamdulillah, what we've seen is that whatever the intention is for the student that they've come in, the vast majority fulfill that intention through this course.
وأحيانا نحن مشغول مع امتحانات أو مسؤوليات في البيت، لكن الحمد لله نحن سعيدة جدا ما فقدنا من هذه الفرصة الذهبية. حضرنا أكثر الدروس، وإذا نحن نجد أي صعوبة في الدراسة أو أي شيء.
حشو الحشا إن يشاء شئت وإن شئت